I'd like to welcome everybody to CKJ Crypto News. Good afternoon. I hope all is well on this beautiful crypto day. Guys, I'm going to cover Hodor's New Blog. Hodor's New Blog, very, very good blog, very good read. I will link it in the description. It covers MoneyGram. But something else that jumped out at me in this blog is VET. XRP is paired with VET on a new exchange. We will talk about that, and it goes into some pretty interesting scenarios on Vechain. I kind of been going down the Vechain rabbit hole lately. I'm very excited about Vechain. I'm very excited about being a pioneer. I'm very excited to see not only its history being read, but it's also being written. And I do believe we are at the birth of a brand new asset class. And also, guys, we got an article from Brazil. Financial authorities announced regulatory sandbox for blockchain, which is going to take me to the Treasury releases report on non-bank financial fintech and innovation, U.S. Department of Treasury. And we're going to talk about sandboxes real quick, guys. I'm very excited. Me personally, I truly do believe that Coinbase was operating under a sandbox. Before Coinbase went live with XRP for international transfers, they had to have tested the product. These entities are operating under a sandbox initiative, and I will give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. So we're going to cover Hodor's New Blog, Vechain, MoneyGram, Western Union, Treasury, Sandboxes, Brazil. Let's get this party started. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Gregory Duvall. He's actually the one that sent me this article, which sent me down this rabbit hole. I will link his description, his information in the description also. Greg Del Vale, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it, my brother. Brazil financial authorities announced regulatory sandbox for blockchain. Now, guys, I've been so excited about the sandbox. Sandbox means green light. Green light. Test the technology. Use the technology before regulation is drafted. People are tired of waiting for regulation, so they're operating under sandbox initiatives. Means test the product. 4 Brazilians. Major financial authorities have come together to regulate emerging technologies, including blockchain. The Ministry of Finance, the Central Bank of Brazil, and Security Commission, and the Superintendent of Private Insurance recently announced their intention to adopt new regulations to manage fintech and cryptocurrency. The regulation will affect Brazil's securities, financial, and capital markets, according to regulators. Now, Brazil currently has the highest number of cryptocurrency holders in Latin America and occupies the 5th position globally. Experts estimate that 8% of Brazil's population will own some form of crypto assets by 2019. Wow. Now, don't forget, guys, this just happened a few days ago. Ripple to open office in Brazil plans Latin America expansion. This is no accident, guys, that Ripple just set up in Brazil, and now you're seeing articles come out today that Brazil is setting up Sandbox. They're setting up the Sandbox to test Ripple's technology. And just a little bit about Sandbox. This is what we've been operating under the USA, under the Sandbox, under U.S. Department of Treasury. Now, you guys, Treasury Department also pointed to FinCEN's original ruling that XRP is a currency, and they're backing that ruling. We've done a video on that also. But this is Treasury releases report on non-bank financial fintech and innovation. What they're going to go into, guys, is Sandbox initiative. Treasury recommendation designed to facilitate U.S. firm innovation by streamlining and refining regulatory environment. These improvements should enable U.S. firms to more rapidly adopt competitive technology, safeguard consumer data, and operate with greater regulatory efficiency. Right here, facilitate regulatory sandboxes to promote innovation. Now, this is what the Department of Treasury did to utilize XRP here in the U.S. as far as Coinbase, far as, the 12 to 15 banks testing XRP in 2015 through the R3 XRP initiative. There had to be a sandbox for them to test this digital currency, and this is what they're operating under. And also, guys, I've covered this quite a few times. The Treasury report is a response to the Executive Order 13772 issued by President Trump on February 2017. Calls for the Treasury to identify laws and regulations that are inconsistent with core principles for regulating financial regulation. So basically, in this report, Treasury consulted extensively with a wide range of stakeholders. Now, this is talking about Steven Mnuchin, the new World Bank president, Malpass, who worked at the Department of Treasury before his position at the World Bank, modernized regulations for financial products, facilitate regulatory sandboxes. Now, Brazil following suit. Brazil financial authorities announced regulatory sandbox for blockchain. Ripple to open offices in Brazil. Come on, guys. Put two and two together there, that's for sure. Huge opportunity. So exciting to be a pioneer. Now, I like to give a huge shout out to Hodor. I love covering Hodor's blog. He writes a blog once a week. Very interesting scenarios are going to unfold in this blog, from Vechain to MoneyGram. We're going to cover that. We'll link Hodor's Twitter in the description and his blog. He's an OG in the Ripple community. He's been here longer than us all. Huge shout out to Hodor. Here's the blog right here. XRP news update. MoneyGram on front page. Now, like I said, guys, some interesting stuff's going to unfold here. Ripple finally revealed a new business partnership that had been fueling a large amount of speculation on social media prior to its official announcement. Their latest news was built on the first half of 2019, which saw a wide variety of new investments continue, energetic growth of the RippleNet, and steady stream of new customer announcements. The big news, of course, MoneyGram partnership formed by Ripple on June 17th. Moon date, interesting. An industry defining milestone. Together, MoneyGram and Ripple are solving challenges with cross-border payments using the speed and efficiency of XRP. Now, the way Hodor wrote this was really good. He pretty much gives his take on how he thinks this is unfolding. Ripple's format announced indicated they had entered in a 2-year relationship with MoneyGram. The partnership with Ripple will focus on the XRapid product, a solution for on-demand liquidity. The article also reveals some interesting specifics on the deal. Because Ripple's core business not to actually compete as a payment processor, its mission, and led by a CEO whose very hallmark is laser focus, is to build the plumbing of international payments. So the fact that Ripple didn't purchase MoneyGram is no surprise to me. However, we must now analyze what the deal means for the entire market and for Ripple. So he's going to go into saying basically why didn't they just purchase MoneyGram outright. Now Hodor is going to say basically, it's not their goal is to compete with other money transmitting companies, but to, actually develop new plumbing. The reason I say this is because the nature of the partnership and its associated goals. It's a limited time partnership, and its focus is centered on the upgrade of MoneyGram's cross-border payment processing. Some people may point at Ripple's potential ownership rights in MoneyGram as proof that that's more than that, but from my perspective, Ripple is more interested in seeing the entire industry adopt its solution, rather than backing one specific competitor in the industry. My guess is that Ripple will continue to help all remittance companies willing to join RippleNet and opt into using XRapid. Very good blog, guys. I highly recommend reading. Hodor's take on the deal, my take on the deal, although I'm still analyzing it from various perspectives. It looks like Ripple has signaled they are now choosing to take more active role in counteracting interior and banking and remittance industry. Wow. Making a direct deal with MoneyGram charts the path forward using digital asset and solidifies XRapid position as the centerpiece of Ripple's solution for real-time settlement. Woo! Hodor is something else, that's for sure. Now he's also going to go into the CIMB relationship. Like I said, I will link this in the description. It's a very good read. International Day of Family Remittances. He's talking about Ripple. Ripple helps financial institutions better serve customers who send money to family overseas. Now I think they're going to talk about Meet Joyce in our first episode of Pay It Forward. The video profile a migrant worker named Joyce who works as a waitress in the UAE and regularly sends money home to the Philippines. So she's pretty much going into her experience of sending money home with, prior ways. XRP news, the largest organization that champions use of XRP is Ripple. Of course they are. Standing ovation, he's going to cover that. Now something else jumped out at me, guys, which kind of interests me a little bit. We're going to go down here to OceanEx. OceanEx. Now this is the vet XRP pair I was referring to. OceanEx is a new ICO funded exchange in Luxembourg. The exchange platform is advertised as being the next generation AI powered, and the site gives more gives some, and the site gives some hint where its machine learning algorithms are used. OceanEx includes a mobile application available on iOS and Android. This is it. On June 16th, OceanEx formally announced that they be adding support for 2 new XRP pairings, XRP and VET, my 2 favorite digital assets, XRP and VET, and XRP USD. VET is the cryptocurrency Vechain, and with this listing is paired with XRP on a total of 3 exchanges. Think goes to Leonidas for information about OceanEx. Now, if I go to Vechain's website here, but thank you, guys. Huge shout out to Hodor. I will link this in the description. It's a must read. Check it out. Thank you, Hodor. I appreciate that. Vechain Summit 2019. Now, this is Vechain. I've been following them a lot lately, going down the rabbit holes of them. They got 110K followers. Now, if you go to right here, guys, congratulations to the launch of OceanEx Crypto Farm. Deposit, vet, and win up to 15% annually expected return. Now, guys, there's also a rumor of Boeing relationship. I will get into that. Knock, knock. We're thrilled to announce OceanEx Crypto Farm. So I was a little bit interested on what that they're talking about. OceanEx. Hold for billionaire, join vet crypto farm to win up to 15 annualized expected return. So interesting scenario. I haven't had a chance to examine this yet. I will. I'll be going deeper down the rabbit hole. There's so many rabbit holes on Vechain. I'll be bringing more rabbit holes soon. We're excited to announce that brand new feature, Crypto Farm OCE Club, is online. To thank you for your support, we're going to hold a special event. Hold for a billionaire. Join Vet Crypto Farm to win to up to 15% expected return on Vet and VTHO, which is VTHOR. So basically, guys, if you hold Vechain in your wallet or wherever you want to hold it that you think it's safe, they airdrop VTHOR free. So that's huge. Vet Crypto deposit Vet went up to 15%. It looks like June 18th, June 19th, lockup period. Like I said, guys, I will dig deeper down this rabbit hole. And it looks like the minimum lockup amount is only 1,000 vet. That's not like, that's very cheap right there. Max lockup amount user depends on ICE club membership level you subscribe for the product. So, like I said, guys, very interesting scenario unfolding with OceanEx, XRP vet pairs. Even highlighted in Hodor's blog. I like that. Okay, guys, the CKJ coin will come down right now. What do you guys think about VET? Is there any Vechain fans out there? What do you think about XRP pairing with VET? That's my 2 favorite pairs. Alrighty, guys, and shout out to Hodor's blog. Thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate your love, your support. Much love. Smash them thumbs up. Mahalo.